Hello everybody, my code name is Mischief. I am a competitive laser tag player, and 7 years ago, as I was finishing high school, I developed a briefing video for Space Marines 5, the competitive game type we play. And boy oh boy was it cringy. So I'm joined here by a few of my compadres from Loveland. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Absolutely. I'm Dr. Feelgood.
I have many names, but at the moment I am Bagel.
And I go by Sergeant Tucker.
And we're going to watch this. If at any point you guys want me to pause the video, just tell me and I will pause it and we can comment on whatever. But let's go.
All right.
Okay. Pause it. The effects that you used for this,
Yes.
I think have a really retro feel, and I love it.
Yeah. So I found
minus
the largest...
the Comic Sans font on the Space Marines.
It's not Comic Sans, but it sure is close. It's like a fancy Times New Roman-ish font.
It's terrible.
I got the logos all with like this camouflage, so they blend in and are like the brightest color possible.
Yeah. That I dig.
And I found the largest photo of stars I could find so that I could have it scroll across without being too blurry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because back then you couldn't have it repeat itself.
Welcome, cadets.
That's
to
right.
Space Marines 5.
That's Logan Houseman, the
Space
voice of the
Marines,
PAX.
Advanced game type.
So that was a
back when we started at the
Eliminates
bases.
the enemy team.
Yeah, we started at the
In
base.
Space Marines, teams consist of
We
5
didn't even have
roles.
competitive SM5 yet, so we had
Scout,
red versus
Commander,
blue.
Ammo carrier.
Yeah,
I don't know why we changed from blue.
These 5
The
roles,
Kyle Nelson.
Oh, where are these?
Not only that, but Chance Dana too.
Yeah, Chance Dana was like
There's
our
some
original
OGs.
medic.
Yeah.
He was like the original Joe.
Yeah.
Original pop shotters, dude. Boom.
Yeah.
This
They
seems
didn't
ready for
know any
business,
better.
What did you say, Slade?
I said, why did we change off of blue? I preferred red and blue.
Because
green. It's too bright.
Blue color blindness.
Yeah, I guess they're like opposite of the color wheel. And it's just what the other players had been playing SM5 on for so long. There's no way we could, with our influence, change it back. But I would agree, red versus blue is more classic.
Yeah.
If you reject the spirit of Christmas will reject you.
That's fine. I was born 2 days after Christmas. We're pretty close.
I am so
We're old
glad
friends.
that Shaved Ape on the far right, who played
dude.
played the heavy, made it onto the A
last
team in
man
the last
standing.
West Coast. All these players are long gone now.
I know.
Babyface Manthony, dude.
Yeah, right? We gotta get a still frame of that and send it to him at some point.
Absolutely. But all these players were at least employees at Loveland Laser Tag. That's kind of. I remember going around and asking them all individually.
Yeah, I think
Did
they all
Anthony
were
work at
employees.
LLT?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, for a long while.
Oh my gosh, that even predates me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I have been
Anthony- I
playing
think
for a
Anthony
long
worked there
time.
for
Like I
about a
said,
year.
I remember red versus blue, and I don't ever remember Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you remember when there was only 2 floors? Were any of you there
Yes,
for that?
I do.
You
I
do?
do. I remember that because I remember Jeff explaining that he was going to put a 3rd floor in, and all of us just being like, "Oh, where? How?" Like,
And then it wasn't actually a 3rd floor; it was just a fucking ramp that is.
a tower, basically.
2.5.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a
laneway.
ramp. That's the game-winning condition. Yeah.
I love the
changed.
Loveland arena dynamic. The way that it's top down is crazy. It's a totally unique way to play laser tag.
it is. I've heard rumors that eventually we might get like 2 bridges that go into a tomb behind Phil the Pharaoh's head, and it would become like another fallback area.
That's been talked about for so long. I don't know how he'd do that structurally, because I remember when we first saw the 3rd floor, all of us looked up at it and went, "This is safe, right?"
Probably. No one's died yet.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've heard
here
some
we are,
pretty
6
loud
years
creaks.
later. Yeah.
Micro was
some
making
stuff.
it work with those stomps.
Yeah.
It did not take very long for someone to poop on it, though.
No, it did
No, it
not.
did not.
What?
Only about 4 months, I think it was, and then there was a turd in the fun box.
And that's one theory for why we call it Fun Box.
Have their own.
We should call it Outhouse,
They
let's
must
be
work
honest.
together to outmaneuver the enemy team and claim victory. In space,
Oh yeah, the
each player
bright
starts
white
with
as you
limited lives
fired.
and ammunition. When you are tagged, you will lose
I miss
lives.
Gen 7, dude.
When you fire a laser,
I don't.
I
you will
don't.
lose ammo. The medic and
But you
ammo
decide
well,
that
that's
you're
Gen
wrong.
6.
Look at that. Pause it.
team.
That pop shot was something.
Go back to Noah shooting it
Medic and
over his
ammo
head,
carrier
dude.
Can restore
It's
lives.
a little further back.
When you are
Yeah.
tagged, you
Yeah.
will lose lives.
Watch.
When you fire a laser,
Watch this.
ammo.
Bonk. he just ruined whoever was in
Wait.
closet with that one.
There's a much better.
However,
There's a
if the
really
player
good
runs
one
out
later.
of ammo, they can no longer fire.
Ah,
Oh,
Player
Taylor!
Yeah.
runs out of lives.
Good old Marco.
From the game and must leave the
Yeah, and
arena
he's-
immediately.
That was
And
a
his
quick
million
mistletoe.
keys while he's freaking recording.
Before get
I just
rolling, I'm going
I
to
just
explain
gifted
two important factors.
Marco
Shot power.
a gift sub to the hashtag resupply.
And
Check
one
them
shot
out.
Power. If the blue scout tags the
This,
red scout,
I remember this.
They have like the
One
same
life.
hair and
However,
hats,
heavy
so
weapons
they
have
can
3
be
hit
like
points and
scouts
3 shot
together. That's
power.
why I
The
picked
scout
them.
has to
So,
heavy 3
like I
times
had
before
mentioned,
he can deactivate.
it's been Slade and I actually briefly kind of watched this
More
a
than
while
enough
back
power to cost him
because before the tournament somebody brought it up, and this is my favorite part right here because they look so awkward.
Yeah,
And
it was
it's really
awkward.
clear that they were paying attention to what you were saying and not in general just
Tagging
doing
the
what
player
they
grants
should.
you 1 special point.
But yeah, look at that. Funbox has no wall.
Do you remember the projector?
Grants 5 special points.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
when it used to have the lights. Do you remember the mirrors? I think I don't
remember
think
the
the mirrors
mirrors.
were installed at that point.
They were.
Yeah, they are.
It is right
Yeah,
there.
they are.
It's right there.
This music is so copyrighted.
Oh yeah.
Ammo.
Starting off with the ammo, apparently.
With each of these, I want to talk about it because I put in a difficulty ranking, and I
Yeah.
had no idea what I was talking about at all. But I want to
Because this
explain
is-
myself.
Definitely not a beginner class.
I want to explain myself for each one.
All right, the council will decide your fate.
Big
Defend
oof.
yourself.
I
To all the ammo mains out there, let it be known.
I
Y'all
chose
are
beginner.
beginners.
I chose
DK.
beginner simply because they don't have to get shots back. And so if you're a new like 7-year-old player and you don't want to have to like conserve your shots, you can play ammo.
Okay, but the rest of us lose.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I can understand where it's coming from back then, but like, especially the hindsight is 2020, knowing what we know now.
Oh, totally. It is so bad, dude.
I think I remember you put heavy as the hardest class.
No, it's a surprise.
Okay.
Commander.
I'd love to explain it when we get there.
Okay. If you put it medic as the hardest class, I'm gonna laugh.
Only one
But-
class is hard difficulty.
Is it beginner, intermediate, and hard?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
I don't know what the scale
We're gonna
is,
find out.
but any comments on this?
the orange
Joe
laid
pretty much
over
covered
is
it.
nice.
Yeah, I try to give everyone a theme color, you know?
Carrier. Also known as Ammo. The Ammo is the backbone of the Space Marines team. She is responsible for supplying her team with ammunition, allowing them to fight. An ammo carrier has unlimited ammo. When an ammo carrier tags a player who is activated, she will resupply them with 5 shots. If an ammo
look
carrier
so
gains
done.
15 special points,
Like,
she can hold down
is
the
this all
special
my
button
job
to
is?
activate mass resupply, granting ammo to all players on her team instantaneously.
I
without
later found out it's
deactivation.
shot boost or ammo boost. I think shot boost.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that transition, shoulder to shoulder. The whole team just standing there.
Yeah, no one making trails. Kyle just walks on through.
Commander.
Moderate.
Moderate.
Okay.
Moderate.
Otherwise known
that's
as
right.
Cap.
All all you commander mains out there. This is the truth speaking.
Moderate.
You're all just moderate.
Okay, I think if I had to redo these difficulties, I would scrap them. I would scrap the difficulty because they're all complex.
Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
Because it's all hard.
But if I had to choose a difficulty, I think I'd actually keep Commander as moderate. I could argue that even though it's highly complex and in like highly competitive games, it's like one of the most like game impacting roles, and there's so much complexity with when to launch your nukes, getting missiles off, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You can put a player who doesn't know very much about Space Marines 5 on Commander as long as they're just like really energy crazy and can shoot a lot of people, and they can do pretty well.
Yeah, like when we put Bradley on Commander.
Bradley.
You weren't there for that.
Yes.
We had a bunch of new people at this new members night. Bradley was like this 12-year-old kid.
Oh yeah.
Bradley is not new. Bradley is a uncommon reoccurring member.
I have never seen him before, so therefore he's new.
He's been there about 10 times now.
Okay, well, I just moved back.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to meet
okay.
Bradley.
My last members night, other than this one, was I think before the Syracuse tournament.
I don't think that's true because you attended one when you flew in, and you attended one.
No, that doesn't count.
You attended one over one of your breaks too. Because I remember you were there.
Okay,
for
and
an
Bradley
hour.
was at none of them. So
Yeah. But you've attended more than you're saying.
Anyway, 10 times and Bradley can already play Commander, you know? Can play Commander.
He wants to play
air
Commander. Yeah.
yeah,
He's at a beginner level, but that's okay.
Anyway,
He's learning.
Commander is the primary offensive unit of any Space Marines team, packing 3 hit points, 2 shot power, and a
Get him.
Oh, he's gonna chase them.
oh, he chased him.
He's totally gonna just
He
chase them
chased
all.
them Why are they all running back up the second?
Second instead of first. Oh, probably for the shot. You probably told them to.
Hide out right in the middle of the hallway. There you go.
Yeah, don't go all the way down.
For 6 seconds, all the players on the enemy team will be
For 6 seconds, if you only
The
knew.
commander is deactivated while the nuke is launching. The nuke is cancelled, and the 20 points are wasted.
I think this was an actual
Commander
game
also
when I
starts
got him just
each
like
game
chasing
with
Dewey
5
around.
missiles. To missile, aim your phaser, and
Logan?
you will hear 3 lockouts.
He's got a
His
smile
stupid
for the
fucking
screen.
teeth just
During
showing
Oh,
throughout
that
the
was
dark.
brutal.
Aimed at your
That
target,
sound
and you must
distortion.
not be deactivated. When you hear the 3rd lock-on tone, hold the trigger.
Not nearly as brutal as
don't do it
Logan's
again.
audio.
2 lives.
Oh, I'm gonna
and
do
you
it
will gain
again.
500 points.
Go to
That's fine.
sleep.
That's fine.
As Titch taught me.
Anthony.
I put the bandana on.
Yeah, I remember this one.
That's how heavy works in Loveland.
Yeah. In the fun box with no walls.
Heavy mains in our arena, I hope you know. Moderate.
Yeah.
Moderate. I don't
Did you
remember
s-
why I put moderate.
You don't remember why you put moderate?
Because it wasn't the other actual hardest class.
Because it's
Maybe
easy
they
to
don't have
shoot
any
people.
special abilities. Yeah, so they just have to focus on shooting.
Yeah, there's no shot. I think you know, I mainly play heavy in tournaments, so I understand how biased this is about to sound, but I would legitimately right now in a vacuum put heavy weapons as the hardest class in Space Marines 5.
In our arena, absolutely.
In a vacuum, like, you know, removing context.
Yeah. No, straight up, it's the most fragile class
Josiah.
in a weird kind of way.
I think
Space Marines 5 is hard.
it's so hard.
Yeah.
But like, I think when I think of difficulty, I know that every class has like a really high ceiling for what it can do, you know.
Yeah.
So really good players will find opportunities to make any class like, you know, more than it could be. But I think heavy requires the highest level of understanding of the game to play it effectively. You have to know
I think it
basically
requires the
everything.
most amount of game sense for sure.
game knowledge, positioning, speed, teamwork, communication, blah blah blah. Like, if your heavy isn't good, the whole team's gonna collapse.
If at any point during the game the heavy is not where he needs to be, shit is going wrong. Either your offense is not doing what it needs to be doing, or your backline is getting its teeth kicked in because he's not doing his job.
Or you walk away for 5 minutes and your medic starts screaming.
Just say.
Okay.
Hey, I've got a plan.
It's okay, John. I have a plan. Inhales.
Leans back. Josiah.
That's good. Anyway, moving on.
Also
The
known
bat
as
signal
Heavy.
comes on.
He is the primary
Heavy
It's just
signal.
it's a bagel.
Heavy signal.
It's just a circle.
And medic. A heavy has both 3 lives
When that
and
light
3
hits the
shots,
sky,
but a
not
slower
just
rate
a
of fire
call.
than usual.
It's a
The only
warning.
special ability the heavy has is the missile.
This has to be an actual
With
game.
5.
Yeah, I think they were just. I think that game was just like, oh my gosh, so much follow. I think I had him play a real game, and the actual team like smashed the fake team. And
Ah, good old Chance. We have the carbon copy.
Medic.
The younger version. Expert. Yeah.
Put your best players on medic. It's the hardest role.
oh, wait, that sounds insulting to medic players. Medic is difficult.
I'm a believer, dude. After Syracuse,
But here was my logic. This is honestly why I put him as expert. I wanted new players to think that it was hard so that they'd want to play it. You know, I wanted to make it look as appealing as possible because people generally want to play medic the least.
Luke, I hate to burst 7 years ago Luke's bubble, but whenever I'm new to something and I see something say expert, I avoid it at all costs.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. Medic is like the retirement plan of SM5. After you've gotten a good couple of tournaments on 3-hit, all you want to do is play medic. Because
Unless you started there.
well, unless you started there, true.
started
But
there,
like,
yeah.
it's not because medic is like not an important role, and it's not because medic is a lazy role. But you definitely don't have to do very much in order to like have a really big impact on the game, which makes it so that the floor for you to succeed is really high, right? You don't, in order to do your job, you don't have to do very much, but in order to exceed expectations and be a really good medic, you have to do a lot more than like the skill ceiling is really high.
Agreed. Yeah, I need say no more.
The medic is a vital
guns
important
means less
role on
guns.
any Space Marines team, granting lives to his teammates. A medic starts
miss
with
Chance.
20 lives,
Wish he still
but
played.
can never regain them.
Don't expose the
Medic
secret
tags
formula to
players
YouTube.
activated. He will resupply them with 3 lives.
Look, have you
Yeah,
noticed
double.
Chance got a pair of plastic gloves from the
If a medic
kitchen, and he's
gains
wearing
10
them in all
special
of his
points,
shots.
He can hold down the special button to activate.
She is. I didn't even notice that. That would have been the first scene I would have noticed. That is fantastic. Mirrors.
Mirror shot would not fly right now.
Gosh.
No.
All his targets are showing at the mirrors.
Yeah.
It's legal.
Beginner. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. Like, if you're a brand new player, that's the other role I would say you should start on.
Yeah.
I always advise everybody starts on Scout and then branches into other things, unless your name is Bradley, and then you just tell me you want to play Commander every time, and then I go, "You got it, Chief."
You got it. I don't want to play Commander.
No problem, dude. You want to strap those pants on, you go right to it.
You put those boots on. You go kick their butts. I believe.
Yeah, that sounds like too much running for my 23-year-old ass.
My lungs can't take it. I go up one ramp and I cry.
I see RI.
The game we had to restart twice. I wanted to cry. Because I was just like, yeah, if I have to run up this ramp again, I'm going to lose it.
Anyway, if you're a scout and you're brand new, I mean, that sucks for your team, but at the same time, the team can still function without you doing anything. And if you're just kind of learning the game.
I don't even like to look at it that way, right? Because it's very cynical for us to be like, it's easiest for us to carry you from here, right? I think that
No, but if you like,
it's good
if
to
you're
pay.
brand new,
Yeah, it's good for us to put you on scout because I think it's the easiest role to learn from.
to learn from is kind of what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's,
And also it's easiest to carry you.
I think it's crippling to put players on medic or medic all the time. That's usually where brand new players go because of the high floor thing. But
And then it
you get
pisses
to
them
see-
off.
You get to see the least amount of the game. And scout, it's like you can go anywhere. You can go offense, defense, whatever play
you just
style
figure it
fits
out.
you. And yeah, that's where you grow from.
Just don't die.
And your team can still play with you, is what I mean.
Right.
We all know that in highly
But you can
competitive
also play from your
games,
team.
Yeah. We know that really good scouts can change the game drastically.
Oh my god. After this last tournament, I am a believer in the scout, dude.
All right. We're going to cut this off before it gets...
Scout is one of the most technical and versatile classes in Space Marines. A scout's job is to be where they are needed, using speed and surprise to their advantage.
Where they are needed.
That's not a bad
Rapid
description.
fire and double reload.
Okay, look at this. That's how we played, bro.
Automatic fire at a
We're playing street tag in Loveland, dude.
Oh, it's prison rules.
whenever a scout is resupplied, they gain 10 shots rather than the normal 5.
Pop shots
at the
and
chicken
just
wings,
spray
dude.
and pray.
It's time for fun facts with Dewey.
Oh, Dewey. Oh, gosh.
Facts. Players must start by their base.
That's wrong.
Pause it.
That's wrong. False.
That's wrong. Yeah. That second
hey.
part is true.
I have a fierce love for the party room acoustics.
Yeah.
I remember
It
this.
sounds better than Logan's audio.
Listen to the way he echoes when he
true.
talks. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Oh,
Their base. You may not start to play until your
yeah,
patch
party
is
room
left.
acoustics.
Fun fact, an ammo and a medicine double tap player, granting them a lot and ammo at the same time.
And you sure
Next time I go
failed
in
it.
for resupplies, I'm gonna yell double tap.
Double tap. And you hear him going 1, 2, shoot. We used to do that.
Yeah.
And then
We
people
still do.
came by.
I made Ben and Judah start doing that because I was like, okay, you guys gotta slow down. It'll be okay. This is how we'll get it.
I'd rather get a slow double than no double.
It's so true. So true. But like
'Cause
when
There were a couple of games because we dicked with the IR bloom. There were a couple games I could count on one hand the amount of doubles I got in it, and I was feeling it. The amount of times Isaac shot Josiah, whoa, off the reflex shot in the chamber. Whoa.
I can tell this is your first time playing heavy for a full tournament because I'm sitting here like, yeah, I stopped complaining a while ago.
Yeah, true.
It's part of the job.
That's not,
And
that's
Joe-
not true because
and Joe is so right that sometimes you need to help them because sometimes you're like coming in and needing it like way too quick and they freak out.
Yeah. Because if they don't have that strong voice of reason going, oh, oops, okay, let's take a second.
yeah,
It falls apart really quially.
That's
They're
something
like,
I need to work
okay,
on for
here
sure.
we go. And they try it again and they fuck up again and you're just like, now, stop. And I get, maybe it's as a resupply main, but playing 3 hits for the first time, I was like, is it always this?
yeah.
Okay, Joe.
Joe, I like how Joe and I had almost the exact same experience this last year.
it's crazy. It's
All
almost
right.
like you guys were playing the same rules.
Yeah. Well,
But you guys should stop complaining. The skill level's only moderate.
come on, guys.
Yeah,
Come
we're just
on,
gonna get
come
better.
on, chat. Let's
Okay.
be real here.
Well, I want both your opinions since both of you normally play resupply in tournaments and you both just played heavy. What's your feeling on when there's a resupply pair, one of them is labeled the alpha and they're in charge of the other resupply?
I think that's just the way it's got to be.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing. One of them has to be the leader.
Like, I think the heavy's got to be the main alpha, but when the heavy can't hold your hand the whole time, so one of the other two's got to be the alpha and say we're shooting.
Absolutely.
them.
And it doesn't matter which.
To be the ammo.
I would argue that it doesn't matter which it is. It just needs to be one of you.
I think the reason it needs to be the ammo, and
Feeder has proven time and time again that it does not matter who
Feeder's
it is.
an alpha medic, but I want to hear Joe's point.
Yeah. So the reason why I think it should be an ammo is because of the fact that the ammo is going to be the person who's like peeking out a lot, checking the way the battle is going, and the medic is supposed to be just in their corner, in their lane, not doing anything. So the ammo should always be saying, okay, someone's coming in for a resupply, we're going to get them as soon as they're ready, go, and then that's how that starts going. And it definitely can be done in the other way. Someone can say, hey, they're coming in, and then the medic can take over and go, okay, as soon as I see them, I'll say go, and we just go from there, right? Some resupplies don't even need to frickin' talk to one another.
All fair points, but unfortunately I'm bad, so Eric has to call it.
Eric and I don't even have to talk to one another anymore. We just say, all right, this person, and then we don't say another time. Like, if they don't leave, they're getting hit.
I think I gotta agree with you, Joe. I mean, in a perfect world, the ammo will have more knowledge of what's actually happening on the field. And, I mean, that's not super fun, in my opinion, to be the medic in that situation.
Nah.
Where you're hiding.
Unless you're Eric and you're the battle strategist medic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eric is a total baller on medic.
Shots and lives resupplied.
Fun fact.
What's the voice actor's name?
Fun fact.
Logan.
Everyone has friends.
Oh, the
what are you talking
Warbot, dude.
Achievements for space marines. You have to play every class in order to get them all. Can you keep your entire
Hexenjäger.
Can you detonate
For the people who don't know, the Warbot is the most toxic thing that exists in competitive SM5.
You just give it, you give it your medic buff and you just hide. Oh yeah, Chance's foam swords.
Not recommend.
Thoughts on this statement? Because I realize now maybe that's a little too blanket.
It's a true statement in terms of they shouldn't be attacking, but it's a false statement in it makes it sound like you shouldn't be fighting if at all. And there are definitely a lot of scenarios where medics, like in Detroit as a good example, have shown that it's good for your medic to be shooting.
Aggressive medic is why it's expert.
Can you keep all 20 lives before 15 minutes? Then you are an expert medic. You will get
put
an honorary
points on the board.
An honorary badge and a pat on the back.
You get a personal apology from Dewey.
Yeah.
I don't think he would ever put it in writing.
No, probably not.
He doesn't have to because it's not ever going to happen.
Not with that attitude.
I don't know. I made a handwriting thing to Josiah that I thought I would.
Is his pack on backwards on the front one?
Yeah,
no.
totally.
No.
The top one's
Yeah,
backwards.
it is. It totally is.
And remember, kids, don't be a dookie.
Don't be a Dewey.
I like that he runs like Pollux.
Together as a team to overcome
Alex
your
doesn't run.
You must be cunning. You must be daring. You must be a space marine.
Space Marine.
Jeez, Logan blowing out the audio there. Yeah.
What was he
Joe
recording
blowing out
that on
the
a
audio.
fucking Nokia? Because, oh man. I can look past the amateur cinematography. I can look past the ham-fisted cheesy acting. What I can't get over is Logan's blown out speaker audio. That was the worst part by far.
That's on
He's
me.
the voice of Laserforce.
That's on
Don't
me.
disrespect him.
It's not Logan's fault.
I love
it's
when
my
he came
fault.
back. I love when he came back though, and he played with us for a while, and he fired once, and he got the 2 hands on the phaser. He went, "Oh gosh, my voice." He was like, "This is still me."
I did really enjoy when he started arguing with himself.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got him back for a season. What a blessing.
LaHouseman.
Yeah.
He got
What
me.
a gift.
He showed me Space Marines. He's the reason I got into it. So we can all thank Logan.
I don't have to thank Logan. I got
I've made
myself
your
into
life
Space
worse.
Marines.
All right.
I was
Everyone
hurtled towards it.
Everyone give a final review for the video. What's your ranking out of 10?
12 out of 10. Accurate.
What'd you say?
So just give a review.
I'd give it a...
Yeah, go ahead.
Purely just because I know what we're capable of now. It gets a solid 4.
It took a couple years of film school to get to where we are now.
Yeah,
the
that's
GoPro
that's what I'm saying. Like we've come a long way with this.
I would say for its time, it's definitely an 8 out of 10.
No,
if we're taking it into account for the quality that we could now put out,
7
it
years
definitely
ago
falls substantially.
But that
for
audio
a bunch of,
was rough, even for being 7 years old.
For a bunch of high schoolers who didn't have a whole lot of stuff and a lot of actual money to throw at the project for equipment and things like that.
A lav mic is $15. I'm not cutting it any slack. I'm sorry.
I have a huge amount of respect for the passion that the high school Luke had when he was making
Right?
the video.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Trying to
all
make
four,
the,
all 4
Laserforce
of those 4 points are from Luke's dedication.
and
Hey, give some. All the actors were very excited to play their roles. I give a lot. To
Yeah,
them,
dude.
too.
Noah Cross was pop shotting the shit out of him, dude.
and I have a lot of feelings of like we stand on the shoulders of giants, you know. Without this, we wouldn't have what we have now. And I really, stuff like this is what gives me hope that one day we'll be real athletes.
Oh yeah,
Real
This video right here crawled so we could run.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that.
That's
I just
why
think it's funny to shit on the audio.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. The audio is definitely the worst part, but like I said, for its time period, I'm down to cut it some slack and say it's pretty good.
I like seeing the I liked seeing the little sprinkled hints of
what would become
in the second one that we made, because we're on the 3rd iteration of it, right, Luke?
We're about to make it.
No.
Spoilers.
I would love to make a 3rd version of the Space Marines 5 briefing video with actual players. But
no, because I remember
the 2nd version that you played a role in. Yeah.
Yes, I was the enemy commander in the 2nd version.
Yeah.
But did you never finish that one?
No, it's finished.
Oh.
Let's wait till we finish this video before we talk about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because in my memory, that's the 2nd one. We're on the 3rd one with the whole director theme. That was
Yes.
We are.
the one where I played the psychopath.
The director themed
wasn't Space
one
Marines.
that wasn't Space Marines. That was a standard briefing.
Oh, you're right.
Because that's
totally
Josiah, John, and I think someone else are shooting the wall as it
Alex.
melts down, and they all get
Yes.
deactivated.
Yeah, that's
And they have the funniest phase.
that's the Gen 8 briefing video.
I forgot that was the Gen 8 briefing video. That's why. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you
there's
lost your part to the little
two
girl.
versions. Anyway, I
Still salty
all
about
your
it.
reviews are very well thought out. I appreciate your perspective, Joe, on giving High School Luke some credit, because I did have a lot of passion. I have to say, there was a lot of bias on my end. I didn't know that the Space Marines 5 community existed outside of Love on Laser Tag. So this was me deciding that I knew what was best. Putting the rankings in all the classes.
Heavy, moderate.
Trying to give them all a theme color. And honestly, I think there could have been more takes to get better footage. Get an actual light in there. Have someone with a cell phone standing off to the side with the flashlight on. I mean, it could have been better, but it was certainly a good passion project, and the people had a lot of fun making it. You can tell.
For sure.
This was definitely like...
I give it 5 out of 10.
This was definitely like the prequels of Star Wars, where like
there's a lot to
you
learn.
were really passionate and you did not take no for an answer.
That's right.
All right. We got the shoulder to shoulder shot. All right. Transition. All right. And cut.
Yeah.
I will say, I think...
Joey, I need you to run like an idiot. Sorry. And cut.
No, that was good.
Noah, chase them all down the ramp. No, I know it's against the rules. It's fine. We're trying to make a point here. Yeah. And action. Okay, we're done making fun of George Lucas.
Wait. Do it again, but more intense.
What?
And action. If you look at his behind the scenes, those were actual scene directions that George Lucas would give in episode 4.
I need you all to wave your arms like crazy and start going, no, the heavy, and then go downstairs after getting reset.
Yeah.
But only after you're reset 4 times. That's the minimum. And in fact, why don't you just come back up the other side of the ramp so he can shoot you more?
Well, so I will say, I think the way I view this video is, I know Josiah's probably the only one who's really going to get it, is we made this at a time where we thought we knew a lot about Space Marines.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes me think very much of the StarCraft fan base, where it is low-level players think that they understand a lot about the game, and then they start to improve because other people around them are playing better. And they learn very quickly, we don't know anything.
They learn very quickly that the end of the road is actually a cliff that they have to jump off of.
Yeah.
And then they have to climb back up
true.
it.
And then on the other side of the chasm, you just have to go straight back up.
Yeah, you have to climb up the other side.
Yeah.
Luke, my favorite part about this video is that you had all of the class difficulties, right? It goes easy, moderate, and then there's no hards. It's just expert.
Expert, yeah.
Yeah, 2 beginners, 2 moderates, and an expert. So
None of them are hard. Like, it's just it's a huge skill cap.
I think expert was his hard.
sure, I had to exaggerate the medic so that if you played medic, you could have that ego boost from playing the expert class.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It's not that I thought like new players would want to play an expert class. It's that I thought the players who like had big egos and like were like, oh, I'm the best commander, I'm the best heavy, like me, I wanted people like egotistic people like me to be like, oh, I'm the best medic. You
were trying to trick trick people into resupply, Luke.
I was.
As Peter, Loki, and I stood alone among the crowd of resupplies.
Yeah. So I got some
Joke's on them. New players get shoved onto it anyway.
Exactly.
You're playing the expert class whether you like it or not.
Well, hey,
You're going to eat your expert class and you're going to like it.
Buckle up, Gary.
The old Sheriff Woody strat. Throw them on medic until they get sick of the game, and if they don't get sick of the game, just class lock them to scout for the rest of their career.
all right, I'm shutting this down again, you hooligans.
This isn't your average Space Marines.
I'm wrapping up this video.
Expert Space Marines.
Goodbye, we're done.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye.